So today we are going to talk about Dronacharya, who was known to be one of the greatest warrior, one of the greatest teacher, and one of the greatest personality and an important personality of all Mahabharata. What do you know about Dronacharya?
I have not read much in detail, but from what I know, I can say that he was first of all very skillful. That's the reason as to why Arjun learned from him. Apart from them, he was a great teacher.
Yes.
He played an important role in Mahabharata, and he was focused and disciplined in his approaches.
Very good. Okay. So do you consider that Dronacharya was a good person?
Yes, he was unbiased and rational in the entire play.
Very good. Okay. What does your father do?
He's a teacher.
Okay. Very good. Now tell me one thing. Is your father a good person?
Yes, for me.
For me, yes, your father is certainly a good person, right? Okay. Now, Dronacharya was a good person, was a teacher. Your father is also a good person and a good teacher. Okay. But now let us try to understand one thing. Imagine if your father has a fight with me, there's some problem, there's a fight. Okay. And by some reason, if I have disrespected him, might have insulted him, so your father has some hard feelings for me. Can you imagine that your father, who is teaching his students something, life lessons, something good, very important things of life, and then when the child has to pay back the tuition fees or something like that, do you think your father will say that instead of giving me any kind of monetary fee, do one thing? And your students say that, sir, what? And your father says that I want you to go to Maulin and slap him, beat him, hit him, okay, make him, tighten him with the ropes and bring him in front of me. Do you think that is any way has to anything to with the personal problem with your father and me, for example? Like student has to do anything with the personal problem.
No,
And do you think it is right?
no,
Why?
because the fight was between you and the father. A student who was not a participant of the fight should not be brought into it.
Right? So that was something wrong or right?
It was wrong.
Dronacharya had a fight with Drupad, one of his old school friend, Gurukul Mitra. He once upon a time went to Drupad. He went to Drupad for one cow. He asked for one cow. Drupad inserted him. And then there was not about a cow. He was also like, in his kiddish manner, telling that once upon a time, Drupad, in your childhood, you told me that everything what I have is also yours. And so at that point of time, Drupad laughed at him and said that, man, are you crazy? Man, we were just in school. We were like in Gurukul. We were small kids. If I say that whatever is mine is yours, does not mean that my kingdom is yours. And I was so small to even say those things. I was not mature enough. And you should be enough mature to understand those things now. Grow up. Dronacharya, what are you? You are a foolish guy. He insulted him. Drupad insulted Dronacharya. Dronacharya, why he went to Drupad? Because over at that point of time, Dronacharya's kid named Ashwadhama was hungry. And so he went to Drupad for help. But at that point of time, instead of help, he asked for his half kingdom. And he asked for few cows. And Drupad insulted him this way. Now, that was the harsh problem between Dronacharya and Drupad. Pandav has to do nothing with it. Can you imagine that? Pandav has to do nothing with it. So that's a personal problem and involving students in the professor's personal problem. How much is that justified?
Not.
Absolute nonsense, right? Okay, that was one thing. Second thing, now think of this. Drupad had a daughter named Draupadi. Think of this situation. You go to someone like you are actually on the instruction of your professor going and hitting a person, and the next day morning you are asking a daughter of that person from that guy that I want to marry your daughter, and you have slapped him. Can you imagine the situation, right? You already have like defeated the father-in-law, and you are now asking a daughter. So, what is the eye contact, and how can you manage that eye contact? Can you even face that person whom you have already fought with, and then ask that I want to marry your daughter? Imagine. Second thing. Now going with the third part. Third part is that Dronacharya, a wonderful archer, a wonderful person who taught a lot of weapons to the whole army and all those things, right? Duryodhan was also a student of Dronacharya. Arjun was also a student of Dronacharya. These kids were nearly for 14 years in the Gurukul. Dronacharya had enough time to nurture the kids, was having enough time to actually mold the mindsets, and it was the responsibility of the guru to handle the problems between the kids. That was not taken care of. The day when Duryodhan was having hard feelings for Panda could have been solved in the Gurukul. Could have been the brothers who could have, won the whole world, but that was not solved. He only focused on Arjun to make him Sarvashreshth Dhanudhar, the best archer. Okay, that was the third thing. Fourth thing, we call that, yeah, Dronacharya is a great person, undoubtedly good. Think of that situation. Sri Ram was the person who went to the forest, took Vanvas, he went to the forest, and Sita Ma followed him. Pandavas went to the forest and they have to like stay long for like this many years in the forest. Draupadi followed them, right? This person, Dronacharya, do you think a guru should have ego? Never. This person, Dronacharya, is one who went out telling his wife Kripi that I will go to Drupad and get back soon, getting a cow. He is my friend. He will give me whatever I ask for, right? And you see, I will get a lot of things. He went saying that it did not came back for years and years and years. He waited until the day he defeats Drupad and get that one cow for Kripi, okay, and tell that now I have got a cow from Drupad's stable, okay, and this is what I went for, and this is now I brought it. And it passed through this many years. Throughout the whole duration, for this many years, Kripi was upset, was crying day and night, was alone. Dronacharya never took up this chance to look back at Kripi. He felt that, I cannot face the eyes of Kripi. He never took a thought of even looking back at Ashwadhama. What is he doing? How is he? Whether he had taken food or not. He did not came back. It was the ego and the pride of that human that he did not came back for his wife and did not came back for his child. He was having that Drupad insulted me. Unless and until I will not get the cow from Drupad's stable, I will not go back. That I took him so far for so many years, and this lady was not knowing that for what reason is not Drupad coming back. She was not at all knowing that why is the Dronacharya not coming? Why is Dronacharya having any problem with me? She was messed up with number of thoughts in her mind. He did not even give one message to Kripi that I will come on the day when I will have that cow. He did not even send that message. For this many years, that lady was crying, literally crying, waiting for Dronacharya and waiting and trying to make out that what mistake she did in her life that he just left her. Think of it. Do you think is that a right guru?
No.
Of course not, right? So Dronacharya, when people say, so be like Dronacharya, Guru like a Dronacharya, right? Such a wonderful Guru who built Arjun, such a wonderful Guru who taught Arjun. Very good. But what happened at the end? He was standing on Adharma side. What made him stand on the Adharma side was not the reason that he was actually, fighting from the Kauravas. It was not the reason that he was standing on the side of Adharma. All the number of people who are standing on the side of Adharma had their own story, had their own set of qualities by which Krishna had very well distinguished two sides. What is Dharma? What is Adharma? What all your deeds will lead you to Adharma? What all your deeds will lead you to this kind of a death? So one of the biggest death that a guru could ever have, shredding his head out, is that if you carry ego, being a guru, you will be shredded like hell. See that? So even doing a noble cause, because he was into a noble business. What was the noble business? His business was to like just educate students. That's great. But I will only educate who are rich is a wrong business. That's what he did. Dronacharya asked Karna that he cannot be the part of this Gurukul. Why? Because he is not a Rajputra. He is not the son of a royal family. So he discarded Karna to educate. So that was the time when actually Karna also got one arrow in his heart for Dronacharya. One thing was that Karna asked Dronacharya that, hey Dronacharya, who is that kid? And Dronacharya said that he is my son Ashwadhama. Karna, when he was a small kid, he taunted to his guru, Dronacharya, telling that this Ashwadhama is not the son of a royal family. Neither he is Kshatriya. He said this much and he went away. And Dronacharya saw that fire in him, that he is not a normal person. He is not a Sud Putra. He is not a Putra of any chariot, like driver of a chariot, right? So the thing is that over this situation, Dronacharya had some glimpse that he is not a small, like normal kid. He is something else. His fire was so royal. It belongs to Kshatriya. That fire belongs to Kshatriya. His his argument was so high pitched humor that it is not of a normal human class. He is certainly a divine son of some god. He felt inside, but then he forgot. Point is that a guru like Dronacharya also was standing on the side of Adharma. There were a number of things that led him to stand on that side. Imagine, can a guru ever think that he should be the part of a royal family? No. His dharma, his karma is to educate. Simply educate, that is what is in his kshetra of karma. But when he starts being the part of the royal family, when he starts enjoying the amenities of the royal kingdom, when he starts enjoying the facilities provided in the royal kingdom, like Hastinapur, he is out of his track of karma kshetra. That is what is called a sin, papa. And that's what he started doing it. He started enjoying the fruits of the royal family. Because after Panda, who were kids or who were the students of Dronacharya? His purpose to become the guru of Dronacharya was to become the Raj Guru of that parivar. As we have a family doctor, he wanted to be a family teacher. Right. So, Kripacharya, Dronacharya, both of them were reputed acharyas, but they stood in the Adharma side. Because being an acharya, you are not authorized to enjoy the fruits of the royal kingdom and get away from your karma kshetra. So, understanding the purpose of life, if you are earning good amount and handsome amount and then you are out of your karma kshetra and now no more you are performing your karma kshetra, no more you are actually indulging yourself towards what you are made for and enjoying the fruits and flavors of your royalness, you will fall down. And that's the reason even that a lot of successful doctors, when they stop their practice, and by their name, a lot of patients does come, and the operation is done by someone else. Now they're enjoying the fruit of the brand name. Now they're enjoying the fruit of their goodwill. But that does not last for long. It falls down, and it falls down in such a way that it's difficult to stand up again. So that is the reason that sometimes people think that now I have to develop a passive income. I don't want to do anything. I just want to enjoy the flavor of my interest. I just want to invest in all those things and enjoy the interest. So there are a lot of people who do have a target of earning 10 crores, 30 crores, 50 crores, and then they will sit and say that now I have just deposited this 50 crores in the fixed deposit and I will earn the interest and enjoy my life on interest. I do not need to do anything in life. And Sri Krishna listens to that and he says that, okay, if you do not have anything to do in the life now, please come up. We do have a space and a vacancy over here. Right. So you cannot run away from the karma kshetra. And so it is being said that after you earn a lot of things, what's next is that called CSR, corporate social responsibility. Indulge yourself for developing the society. Make yourself useful to develop the society. Think about others. If you are having passive income, now it's time to also take care about the rest of the people who are struggling to get into the regular income as well. So participate in that. Put your valuable time in that. So that is the reason this kind of people have a good health even after their this kind of age. Who is supporting? Sri Krishna is supporting them. Now one thing comes up. Okay, sir, I have one question. Okay, what is your question? Sir, is it compulsory to do something for the society after earning? No, you can start before earning as well. Your earning will be taken care by him. Either this way works or this way works. You earn for yourself first a lot of amount and then you do for the society later on. Or else it works this way. You do a lot for the society, your earning will be taken care of by the God. It's exactly the same thing which you have witnessed in your life about your father. He did so much for the students, he did so much for the people, right? So he earned ultimately by his goodwill, and God always gave him space of earning, right? So this thing happens all together. Either this will pull this up, or if you pull this up, you have to bring this up, right? Now, what happens is that sometimes people get lazy. Human mind is absolute lazy thing. It will always find the shortest path first. It is very certain. Like, how can I get rich faster? That's what is people Google these days. How can I earn 2 crores in 1 month? People will Google that. So human mind wants to always get faster and faster, right? And it is also if they find that okay, this is something which will take a lot of physical exertion, no, not this, something else. So one way we don't want to do a lot of physical exhaustion. Second, we want to also get things fast. Human brain needs to learn patience. Human brain also needs to learn control, right? Technique, knowledge, and skill. If all five of these work together, then only you can achieve the maximum. Unless and until you do not have the adequate knowledge and the skill of something, you cannot really expect a return out of it so early. You have to grow patience. Now, the problem of this youth is that they have lost patience. They also start expecting a child's birth at the 6th month. It's a joke. Okay, but they really don't have that patience, right? They are so excited to know that okay, whether it's a boy, it's a girl, and all this things. They can't wait for that even. Certainly, there is excitement. It's good, but the point is that humans are so much out of their qualities of patience these days. They cannot wait for things happening around, right? Now, there are a lot of employees who come here for training. After their program, they used to meet me personally. They asked me that, sir, uh, do you have any such kind of a company or a skill? Can you guide me? How can I earn more? I asked them, for example, how much do you earn? How much money you make? He tells me that, sir, I make 28,000 right now, 33,000 right now is my salary, and I look forward to earn more. He said, okay, how much liabilities do you have? And he says that, no, sir, I don't have any liabilities as such. And then I ask him, okay, do you think that your boss is richer than you? He says, of course, sir. He drives Mercedes, sir. He has 5 BHK home in Prevalon, sir. He is a very, very rich guy. And I say, you're wrong. Sir, really? Why am I wrong? And I will say that you are richer than your boss. How is that possible, sir? I'm an employee, sir. I only earn 33,000. Now, see, imagine this is the zero. He earns 33,000 plus, has no debts, has no loans. Over here, this is his boss who is establishing a project and taking a loan of nearly, let's say, 10 crores. Goes down this. Let's say he is owning a Mercedes on loan, goes down to 50 lakhs or more down. Okay. Now he is earning, let's say, per month 5 lakhs. Is this much? He is selling one home. He is earning, let's say, out of that 40 lakhs comes here. Okay. Here, this guy is earning 33,000 every month, is always plus. He is living more happy life than him. He is in the debt. He has to clear loans. He has the mental pressure. He has a lot of things in his basket to take care of. You have 33,000. You can do a lot of things. You have no debts. You have no questions that people ask. No, sir, but I don't have Mercedes. Very good. Is that the craze you have to drive a Mercedes? Take a demo car. Ride it for 5 days. Go and inquire for a Mercedes and ride different models every third day. I did the same thing. I had a craze for a Mercedes for a few times and then I just drove it. Even I paid 50,000 rupees booking amount for Mercedes GLC. I drove it for 4 to 5 days, took for a ride to Chui Ma'am and all those people, and had a very great fun. I enjoyed my ride. And then, no, the car is not good. Get me the money back. So refund comes. You drive Audi for 7 days. Go ahead. Take demo car every day. I want to test for Q3. I want to take a test for Q7. I want to take a test for A3 series, A5 series. Every car is there. Oh, these people have budget for this. Just test every car. If you have that thing inside, I want to drive a Mercedes. What's the matter if it is your own or someone else? If you want to drive, enjoy the ride. That's what you have to enjoy. No, sir. I should have a home. My own home. Okay, when you say your own home, is it to be burned when you are dead? No, sir. It goes to my successor. Right? I will be giving to someone, passing on. Okay, you will not take it with you? Sir, how can I take home with me, sir? Then you say that it's your own home, means it has to go away with you. No, sir, that's not possible. Exactly the same way you are also not owning anything of this planet. The system works this way. Craziness. People earn out of people's craziness. This whole mega luxury industry is running on people's psychology. It's just money making business. They just influence, hypnotize, play with the psychology. They show that this is a brand. This water, Virat Kohli drinks. This water cost 7,500 rupees for one bottle. Oh, where is it coming from? Switzerland lake. Evian. There is a lake in Switzerland. Maybe somewhere else. I don't know. Evian is one brand which costs this much of rupees for 1 liter bottle. How to taste it? Very good. Taste it. What is it? Water. Okay, what externally it is having? Minerals. Very good. Nice. Ultimately, what will happen out of it? Nothing, sir. I will just satisfy my thirst. What is this? We'll do the same thing. Perhaps, yes, this has additional minerals that will have extraordinary minerals. Good. But is it permanent? No. Temporary. That company made 7,500 of your temporary thirst. Psychology. Right? Sir, I want to drive Rolls Royce one day. I want to have my own Rolls Royce. Very good. Go ahead, drive your Rolls Royce. How much will it cost? Sir, it just costs like for Phantom, it will cost me like up to 4 crores or maybe 4.5 crores. Amazing. Very good. How much will it take for you to get through that level? Sir, down the line, if I work this way for like next 10 years, I will definitely earn this much amount and I can get my Rolls Royce Phantom. That's great. So day and night, he will put his all the shit together, and for 10 years, he will be working this way and will dedicatedly day and night be like into so much of stress. The day he buys the Rolls Royce, He's in no mood to enjoy it. Why? He calls his uncle telling, I bought a Rolls Royce. Uncle says, wow, very good, congratulations, good for you. He calls his auntie, let's go for a ride. And auntie says, it's okay, beta, you are so busy. We are not in relation to have anything with you right now. When we needed, you were never there. You were making money. Go to hell. He has Rolls Royce, but to whom he shows that Rolls Royce? He will drive on a seat, but that craze, that craving will all fade away in just 10 days. So, what happened in that 10 years of span? He lost family, he lost his nearest people, he lost all his dear ones, he lost all his friends who will enjoy his success. He lost everything. So, who sits beside that Rolls Royce? Yamraj. Because after all this, also, he is not satisfied. And so he starts with a new phase of called stage 1 depression, loneliness. He thinks that after having all these things, I'm all alone. I'm left out with no one to enjoy my success. So he starts drinking. You see that? That's how things are happening around. That's exactly how actually all people, a lot of people out there who are having Mercedes, who are maybe having Lamborghini or anything, but no one around them to enjoy that. So they are calling their whole family that we are having a Lamborghini, we want to inaugurate it, like we have a big launch. Do come in this party plot. We are going to open up our Lamborghini, and it will be like landed from the helicopter, and all these things are there is a big scene. We are going to do it. Okay, good for you. Sorry, we won't be able to come. Enjoy your success, enjoy your money, do well with whatever you want. When we needed, you were never around. See. So the thing is, life is all about balancing. Life is all about balancing. You have to balance family, you have to balance your personal life, you have to balance your professional life, you also have to balance your bhakti life, you also have to balance your spiritual life. You need to take care of everyone around. It's a big responsibility to be living. It's a big responsibility to be alive. So we have to understand those things. You might be traveling to UK soon, but does not give you this permission to get away from your family. You are closely bonded with your family. You love your family so much. Should they never feel that you are away, you're so far, right? So how can you take care of them? So that's exactly the time when it's the best testing mode going on. Being away also can make them feel closer by being in contact with them every single moment. You see, the point is that all these luxuries around, they are good, they are essential. They also need, let's say, these days people judge you by the things you are equipped with, right? If you drive Mercedes, people will be like, Mercedes. If you use Apple products, people will be like, Apple product. If you use, let's say, any kind of a Rolex watch or something like that, they will be like, People judge you by the shadow and not really the subject. They always judge a person by the environment around. And that's exactly what happens in every single one's life. They misinterpret. If you dress good does not really mean that you are good from inside. It's the clothes which are good, not the heart which is good. If you're dressed anything, but a person inside is, let's say, like your father. So perhaps a person inside from his heart is absolutely great, right? And from outside, let's say he is wearing anything, has no concern, as Swami Vivekananda did one day. So Vivekananda was like having a very great aura. He was having a supernatural power in his own self. Why? He was not earlier having these things. It was not when he just took birth, he was having this great powers and all those things. He had someone to take him together to the path of spiritual journey, right? And his guru, when he made him feel the universe with his one touch, he just took him to the another world where he found the existence of God, when he had a sparsh of the supernatural existence, was the time when Swami Vivekananda became Swami Vivekananda. And that's how things in his life totally changed and his whole approach towards the life changed. Right. The thing is that we also should understand that it's not the objects that should influence you. It's you who should influence the object. It is not something that because, let's say, it is Salman Khan wearing this kind of a brand, so the brand exists. Okay, it should be the other way around. If Salman Khan wears something, it becomes the brand. It's something like you as well. So if you use that, means it is a brand. So you have to become a brand. It has nothing to do. If you go by a rickshaw, people will follow. If you go by a Mercedes, people will also follow. But it depends on you that how you really take care of that 30 lakhs or 45 lakhs of Mercedes. I personally feel that, let's say, it was a very great opportunity. Instead of this office, I could have bought GLC, and we booked even Mercedes GLC. We booked, and we were like so much in the planning of gifting our parents Mercedes GLC. Wonderful car, 38 lakhs, super car. The thing is that when you really book this kind of a car and when you see the picture of 38 lakhs, you once for a while realize that you are spending this much of money not for yourself even. You are spending this much of money to show people. Your purpose is not driving Mercedes. Your purpose is to reach the destination. Driving a car of Mercedes or a Maruti has no difference unless you just need to reach there. It is not the Mercedes reaching. It is who is reaching. If I am reaching in that car, what they have to invite, what they are going to put on the stage, Mercedes or Maulin sir? They are putting on the stage Maulin sir. So Maulin sir comes in Mercedes, Maulin sir comes in Maruti, Maulin sir comes in Lamborghini, has no relevance. It's not the Lamborghini who has to come on the stage. It's Maulin sir. So why can't I use that amount to polish myself more and more? To upgrade my skills more and more, to attend more and more workshops, which also are maybe outside. So I took up some money. I attended few workshops, and let's say those workshops were such which were very famous, which were very well known workshops, which worth 1.5 lakhs for 2 days. Such kind of workshops. And I attended those workshops. I wanted to see that what do they give in this workshop that people pay this much. Good. The knowledge. The knowledge to be greedy. The knowledge to set up goals which are monetary goals. The knowledge to approach and calculate and analyze and rigidly get into the structure of following it so so much strongly that you make billions and millions out of it. Amazing. That's a great idea. And at the end, what they ask is that every success does ask for a sacrifice. Okay, that's something which I did not digest. Because what I understand is that according to Bhagavad Gita, there is nothing that you sacrifice in your life. What we call is bhoga. We call that for something you want to achieve in life, you have to lose something on the other hand. But the thing is that you lose only when you have something. But when you took birth, my dear, did you have something? Nothing. You came with nothing. So first understand this, that you came with nothing. There does not exist around you anything that you can call is mine. So anything, whenever someone says that there is a bhog which you have to give, there is a sacrifice that you have to give, it's the sacrifice of mindset. It's the sacrifice of a thought. It's the sacrifice of a greed. It's the sacrifice of your expectation. It's a sacrifice of your satisfaction. I get satisfied with, let's say, spending time with a girl. Okay, so achieving success, you need to drop a girl. You take so much of time with that girl. Throughout the day, you talk so much with her. So achieving that success, you are investing a lot of time on her. So that is a sacrifice. That is a sacrifice of a thought, satisfaction, and all those things. Right? That's a sacrifice of a satisfaction. But when you try to understand that you came alone, there is nothing you brought along with you. So the point is, there is nothing to lose in the path of it. So when you understand that you came ground zero, you understand that you are holding nothing and your life becomes easier. That's how Mahatma Gandhi's ideologies work. Mahatma Gandhi always had this ideology. He said with the government of British, negotiating and telling there is nothing that in this world can really affect me. There is nothing you can defeat about me because I am winning over nothing. That's what I am. I am not here to win over the British government. I am not here to win over the freedom. I already took birth as a free person. You cannot take away that from me. So these thoughts convinced the British. Right. The point is that when we Indians lose our identity, we Indians believed in this identity. We were strongly grounded with this thought process. Right? We found satisfaction in our family. We used to sit together during our lunch and dinner times, right? So all the parivar jana used to sit together, had lunch, had dinner, talk with each other, and all those things. All these things got interrupted by TV, by web series, by mobile phone, and by Instagram and personal spaces. You stopped sharing things with your family because you thought things are personal. You started generating password log of your WhatsApp. You started generating pass log of your Snapchat. You started generating even password log of your chats in Instagram. Every single application these days have a pass log. What was something that you need to be so much private? We were never private so much. We never had to worry about anything, and so we were living openly. Our mindsets, let's say the age groups of your father, my father, and age group of what we are into, right? We never had this technology of pass logs when we were in our school and college days. So the thing is that we never had secrets. We never worried about those things. So we were open. We were fearless. We were courageous to face anything that comes in front of us. But these days, people are more secretive, people are more private, and so they are fearful. When will you keep things private? When will you keep things secret? When you are having fear inside of losing it, fear inside of knowing it by the people. So, what is when someone says that my child is very much underconfident? He has sometimes lot of things like he is so much introvert. And then I ask the child that you have password log of Instagram? He says yes. You have password log of WhatsApp? He says yes. Okay, open it up. Remove the pass logs. Put your mobile over here. Ask your father to check. Sir, what are you talking? Why are you so private? These are the fears. You are not open to your father. You are not open to your mother. You are not open to your family. You are fearful so much with your privacy and secrecy, and that's where is your confidence going down and down. Be fearless like a lion. Be fearless. Like what's going to happen in this world? Nothing is going wrong when you are, when you do things which can be shared with your parents, are always the right things. When you do things, when you are always hesitant to share with your parents, means you are doing something wrong. That is what is the thing. Sometimes we used to trade into some things which we feel that maybe our parents won't like it. Let's say shares like ITC, Indian Tobacco, right? So such shares sometimes some the communities believe that we should not take shares which encourage or are invested into the products which are killing people, right? So yeah, there are certain communities in let's say Jain as well, and like even my father-in-law and everyone do not invest in companies which produces tobacco goods, or maybe which is producing alcohol and all those things. So they don't invest in that shares. They don't want to be the part of those money which is killing people. Ideologies, thought process, mindsets, right? So, but then this is a family tradition. This is a mindset which is being built in a society. But then the kids are like, yo, it's okay, it's cool, it's money. I don't know what they have to do with it. So they will buy it. And then they will not tell their parents, I got a share of tobacco company. They will not say that. So these things which are hesitant to be even discussed with your parents, they are surely wrong things. I don't deny that you should not invest in those companies, but I will say that you are not the one who should invest in. You should be not the reason of someone's death. You should not be the one who is giving money or being the part of it when you had a choice with 1,000 other companies. Why that company? Just because of your greed of earning more, you invested in that company. So that is called a moha. So one penny of more, you become the part of the pap. Yeah, someone's death. So why to earn that money? Why to have that kind of a lobha? So that's the reason it is being said that lobha, krodha, moha, three dangerous things that is always inside people has to understand and control that. So in tomorrow's session, what we will see is that how do we control our lobha, krodha, moha, and how does it really originate? How it comes into the brain, and what all things really bring it, right? So what did we discuss today?
Today, first of all, we discussed about Dronacharya.
That's great.
Right. So all the misconceptions that I had about Dronacharya, I'll read it about that.
Yeah.
Because I'll have to clear first of all my thoughts. Apart from that, we discussed about balancing things. If we are rich, then we'll have to do something for society, and if we do something for society, then automatically we
Become rich.
Become rich.
Yeah.
Then we talked about these three things like moha, krodh, and lobh, which we'll be discussing tomorrow. Apart from that, we talked about how Swami Vivekananda actually became Swami Vivekananda. We talked about these.
Absolutely right. So there are a lot of things we are coming up with. Right, day by day we are opening different cans altogether. Right, and yes, there were a lot of misconception. As we always say, that see, Gyan is something that everyone does have. As I earlier said, that everyone is Gyani. Don't prove anyone wrong. Everyone is Gyani and everyone is right. As Bhishma was right on his position, he thought he is right, but still he was in the Adharma side. So everyone is Gyani. Never prove anyone wrong because it hurts his ego. If I say that, Mister, you are wrong in this direction, it might hurt you. What as a guru or a teacher I can do is I can guide you in a way that you can do this. You might do this, can lead to this consequence, but I cannot force you to do it. It's your choice, it's your willingness to whether to follow it or not. It's the same thing in Bhagavad Gita. It is all about Krishna did not force Arjun to fight this war. He only make him understand what is his kartavya for this war. He only make him understood that what is he is for. So when you know that what your purpose is for, you should follow your karma kshetra. You should never leave your karma kshetra. So that is something very important. Amitabh Bachchan has earned enough. He can live his life with the amount of rent income he is getting from us, all investments. But he is not living his path of karma kshetra. He still acts, he still works in the industry because this is the part of Bhagavad Gita. He knows that once when he is out of his karma kshetra is the end of his life. Narendra Modi has earned enough respect, known to be one of the greatest leaders across the world, has earned enough fame, enough respect, enough wealth, everything. He can run his family. Now he's a prime minister, right? Per month, 2.5 lakhs directly goes into his account as a salary if he takes a retirement and all. But no, he is not living his karma kshetra. The moment he stops doing his karma kshetra, he is be also be invited in the heaven. The thing is that once you start escaping, once ever you start escaping, that I can get rid of my work by this, as I will earn my passive income from this. Now, no more I have to do this. So God will like listen to this and say, Acha, okay, you don't need to do this. You are ready for your passive income, good for your family. You come upstairs, my dear. Right. So the thing is that never escape from your karma kshetra. We are bound to do karma. We have to goddamn do karma and never feel lazy to do karma. If you have to step out, go to some place, go to other place, go to the fourth place, here and there, here and there, here and there, just do it. Right? So for example, there was a time when it was not necessary, but I had my internships going on my master's degree. So last 6 months is my internship, right, for MSc and that was a very tough time for me. I was managing my college. Secondly, I had to go to LJ as well, which is like nearly 14 kilometers out from university. So it is 14 kilometers over there. I had to take lectures in LJ. Then my internship was in order. So from this corner of the city, I had to travel to this corner and then get back to the university. And then at the later evening, I had to also meet my soulmate. Okay, the one whom I was in relationship with. So my travel across this whole part, my journey throughout the city was more than 27 kilometers all in total per day. And I used to touch all the four corners of the city. This was a time wherein within morning 7:30 and until 6 o'clock I had to manage all the 4 points. So traveling 27 kilometers around, okay, and continuously doing it for the 6 months. Okay. Sundays also, because Sundays I had seminars. So there was a time wherein all the 6 months I worked with no break. Not at all a single break. Even in this round year, okay, what happens is that seminars used to take place on Sundays. Saturdays also there are weekend programs which used to take place. Throughout the week we are just working. Throughout the week I'm over here taking programs, lectures continuously like that. Round the clock we are working. At night we are filing visas, doing a lot of things for the students and all. We are connecting with Canada and government and all those things. So round the clock we are working. That is our karma kshetra. You cannot escape. You cannot just be lazy telling that, okay, anyone can do this, let others do this. No, it's your job. If you trust yourself, you do it the best, you do it. But you cannot escape of it. So it's being perhaps maybe, let's say, 7 months, 8 months of any break. But when you are working of the karma kshetra which you like the most, you don't feel like you're working. You don't need to get fresh because you enjoy the work you do. So for me, it's every day maybe a break, because what will I do at my free time? I will maybe talk to some people. I will maybe interact with some people, talk about knowledge, talk and share about knowledge. But that's exactly what my profession is. So exactly what I do in my free time is exactly what I do in my professional time. So that's the reason you can work around the clock. So always, karma kshetra is something what you are meant for. You cannot escape of it. Yes, breaks are necessary. Giving family time, social time is all important. We do manage that. Maybe after 8:30, 9 o'clock, we go to in-laws and we go and meet our parents as well and everything like that. Right? We sit with them the whole night and the next day we are again at the office. The point is that we should learn how to balance life. You want to become a billionaire, you can become a billionaire. But wait, a billionaire having no one around, or a millionaire with everyone around. The choice is ours. Okay, so you already are a millionaire. It's just the M transforming to B, but that small M to B takes a lot of things away. So are we ready to let all those things go away, or else we are happy, satisfied, and peacefully living our life? What sometimes is being asked to a lot of such billionaires is whether you are living your life healthily or peacefully. They say that I take medicines to be healthy, to sleep. To sleep is the one, right? And talking about peacefulness, we need to take break, and that too is not really a break. That's also a business break. So, sometimes they cannot escape out of the business which they have grown so massive now. They cannot even take breaks now because they need to put attention to every single minute detail, every small thing. So that's something very important to know.
Yeah.
So good to talk with you, dear. It was a great session. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Keep continuing watching this session. Do subscribe to this channel with Maulin Pandya. These are small talks, tech talks.